What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Virzi Effect podcast show. My name is Paul Virzi, and you guys listening to episode 465, and I got some shit to talk about. But first, before we get into that, I want to thank everybody who came out to my shows at the Punchline in Atlanta. I'm very proud of the fact that since the pandemic, my Saturday 8 o'clock show was the first sellout that they've had. So, and that's not to take anything away from anybody else. It's hard to get people back into a room after everything that went on. But that being said, the fact that I was able to be the person to do that and get a sellout 8 o'clock show was amazing. The room is small, so it's not like a ton of people came out. The room seats like 200 people, and then there's like a limited capacity. But Saturday was amazing. The crowds were fantastic. Saturday was one of the best nights I ever had on stage. Crowds just happy to be out, man. People are just happy to be out there and, you know, watching live entertainment and having an adult beverage or whatever, eating food away from home and not being locked up in the house and shit. So it was truly, it was a great time. And I had an absolute blast. So thank you to Jamie Bendel and Chris DePetta, the owners of the Punchline, for having me. Everybody there, I had such a great time. And all the people to come out to make a sellout happen and to come out, they did it safe. And I felt safe, the crowd felt safe, and the crowd loved it. So thank you. I really appreciate that. And also thank you to the new podcast listeners. The new podcast listeners everywhere we're going now. This is like the Virzi Effect 2.0. I'm doing solo ones. I'm also doing ones with guests. And we're also going to have a Patreon or another podcast coming out. But we're working that out. I don't want to talk about that until it's done. I want to talk about the Virzi Effect. And like I said, this is the Virzi Effect, basically 2.0. We are, evolving with the times. Before I was just doing audio, talking shit to, the same group of people, and it was great, and we were growing a little bit, but now we're out here. We got it on the YouTube channel. Thank you for everybody who subscribed to the new YouTube channel. The YouTube channel, you could get this podcast on iTunes, Spotify, everywhere you get podcasts, and you could watch the whole video in its entirety on the YouTube channel. So thank you guys for that. Tell your friends and the people that just came on to this. I appreciate it. And the people who've been on from day one, my ride or diers on the Virzi Effect. Back in the day when you guys used to call yourselves the Effectors. Thank you guys too for this. We've had amazing shows. We've had great guests. And now I'm just going to go on, some rants, some solo rants, talk some shit, still talk about everything going on. So let's get into the show right now. Guys, I want to talk about American Airlines. Okay? American Airlines doesn't give a fuck. All right? Because American Airlines decided, you know what, we're just going to fill the middle seat. Okay? So it's like, yeah, you have a mask on and this and that. First of all, do you think these people that are walking on the plane, okay, in a tiny little fucking fuselage cabin, do you think these people are really, gonna fucking be that hygienic when they're sitting like this next to somebody? Somebody's not gonna rub their nose or rub a fucking thing on the side, the armrest, or touch something that somebody could have fucking touched, the window latch, did everybody wipe every one of those little fucking things that go up and down the window shades? I don't think so. So at least these airlines that have aisle and window and middle open, you feel a little better. You wipe stuff down. You're not that close to the person, and you have masks. Not American Airlines. Oh, American Airlines is like, let's pack all you fat fucks in here, and we're going to put masks on and hope for the best so we could get some of that money back that we lost during the lockdown. That's what American Airlines is doing. All right. And you see people, it's hard, man. It's hard to be in a airplane cabin with the mask on the whole time, especially if you're on a flight for 4 or 5 hours without lowering it, getting some air through your nose. You got to go to the bathroom and do something. If you go to the bathroom, you got to get some fucking air. You got to breathe a little bit. It's just not safe. It's not safe. And I, luckily, on my flights did not have people next to me, but some of the some of the aisles were packed with 3 people, and American Airlines, best to my knowledge, is the only one doing it. Absolutely unacceptable to just pack in during a fucking global pandemic. We're still in it. Okay. So if we're going to be serious about it, we're still in it. If you're going to start telling people that they have to wear this and they have to clean up and they have to sanitize and they have to social distance, fine. I'm all for it. But if you're going to do that, and then you're going to put some fat 315-pound fuck next to, you know, somebody else, or some dude sitting there like this, he's got fucking a mask on. Lord knows he's drooling when he's sleeping. That guy is, I don't care if he's got a mask or what he's got on. If he's next to you, you're going to get sick. So it's unacceptable for me. It's, I just think it's wrong, man. I just think you can't have the middle seat on an airplane. I would even take it a step further. I think what they should do is they should do like maybe every other row, like one person, or like they'll do aisle, window, then the next row, maybe one person or something, like, just for a little while. I get it. They got to make money. But if you want to talk about being safe, there's no way you could tell me packing in a group of adults like sardines in a fucking fuselage, sitting all next to each other and just saying, well, they're wearing masks, so they should be good. There's no way. There's no way. It's too soon, and it's fucking flu season coming up soon. So if there's another spike, what's American Airlines going to do then? How about you just go no middle row until fucking January or March or something? Just do that. How about that? Let's really that's American Airlines going, fuck it, man. We're going to roll the dice. That's how I feel. That's how I feel, because I was on that plane, and I got to tell you something. I didn't feel safe, and there were people actually complaining, going, why am I in the middle? Like, why is this happening? And they were like, well, no, we're back. And it's like, we're not back. We're not back at all. So that is my unacceptable for the week. A lot of bad things happened. You guys see that NY over my door, over my head right now? NY. Yeah. The New York Football Giants season is over already. Are you fucking shitting me? Are you shitting me? Normally the season's over in November. Okay. At least you could maybe get to, Thanksgiving with some glimmer of hope. If they win 7 in a row, some delusional thing. At least you have some delusion of this. Now you mean to tell me 0-2, losing Saquon Barkley. The defense looks like it stinks. The quarterback doesn't let go of the ball. I'm not fully worried about the quarterback yet, because that happens. That happened. Eli Manning had like 9 fumbles and a ton of interceptions his first year, and people were like, he's not the guy. And then he ended up being the guy. So I don't want to put it all on Daniel Jones right now. But the Giants, unless Freeman, who they just signed, Devontae Freeman, unless he reinvents himself at 28 years old and really turns into the Devontae Freeman of old, the Giants are done. The Giants season could be done. Sterling Shepard does not look good. The whole league, everyone's getting hurt. Nobody looks good because it wasn't a training camp. That's my thought. But I feel that it's really, really bad. And the fact that we're not even in October and the Giants season is we didn't even get to Halloween. Saquon Barkley out. Okay? Saquon Barkley out. Game week 2. And the Giants are playing the Niners next. Listen, I know they gave me 2 Super Bowls that were incredible, but now, that was 2011. I was willing to be okay until about 2017, 2018. Now it's getting a little much. It's starting to wear on me that I didn't even make it to fucking trick or treating. I didn't even make it to a bag of candy before the Giants Super Bowl chances are over. Playoff chances are over. There's another that's just brutal. And Saquon Barkley, man, now you got to work. This amazing talent sucks. It sucks. And I know that I'm a grown man with children. Why do I care? Why do I care? I got 2 kids. We're in a global pandemic. Why do I give a fuck? Why? Why do I care? Why am I lying to myself that the New York Knicks are going to get Giannis? Why do I do this? I haven't watched a lick of I don't give a fuck about baseball right now. 60 games, I could care less. These guys are playing in empty stadiums with no pressure. You hit a home run, great. You don't, great. You know, let's go out to eat. Who gives a fuck? Nobody cares. It's just, yeah, sports is in a weird way. I can't stand, and I mean, these guys, listen. I mean, listen. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, rest her soul. God bless her, rest her soul. But do NBA players need to come out in fucking, you know, I mean, judge gowns with the fuck? I mean, really? Do NFL? I mean, NBA players. Do NBA players have to come out in judge gowns? Does everything that happens now in the world, you know, is a Girl Scout gonna get run over by a car bringing those fucking Thin Mints to somebody's house, and NBA players are gonna be coming out with little fucking, you know, brown hats and the thing across their thing with little Girl Scout? I mean, what's happening here in sports? You know, I mean, it's just got to stop. Listen, if athletes want to talk about a cause, I'm all for it. Great. But I mean, everything. I mean, is this going to be everything now? That's all. Is this going to be everything? Is this going to be everything now? You know, so I don't know. But the visual of them coming out in Girl Scout clothes would be absolutely hilarious. I'm just trying to stay away. There's 40 something days to the election. And I'm trying to not be trying to not get crazy. People are just saying this. And, you know, now it always happens all these election years, these last few weeks before the election goes, you start seeing it, you know, nobody's going to tweet without putting a little something or this or that. Oh, then we got debates coming up in a week. So then it's going to be debates. So we got the whole thing coming up ahead of us. Yeah, I wish for the best for the country. I wish for the best for the people in the country, but I just want this thing to come and go and people to be safe and okay and be done with it. That's where I stand right now. You know, it's just one of those things where what can you do? What can I do? You know, I just want to get up and tell my dick jokes at this point, either inside or outdoors in a field, have capacity. I want to make people laugh. I want to make people enjoy themselves. I have a lot of fun stuff that I'm talking about on stage. I mean, that's the one thing. Being a stand-up comedian is, it's almost like it's economy proof, kind of. I mean, some people still want to go out and be entertained, but it's the best job even in the worst times. You know, I'll give you an example. It's the only job where you can literally think of something that day. Something could happen today, and I can just, next time I go on stage, talk about it. I'm on the airplane. There's a true story. I talked about this on stage. So if you were at the show in Atlanta, you know what I'm about to say. I'm in the airplane, and we are told that we are at 39,000 feet. It's going to be a smooth flight into Atlanta, although I was a little worried because of that Hurricane Sally, but Georgia was okay. Our flight path and whatever seemed fine. So whatever. So we're sitting there. I'm told we're at 39,000 feet, and I'm just hanging out. And I'm putting this joke in the act because I was having so much fun with it, and people were laughing. I was crying laughing myself. And it's just silly and goofy, but it'll tell you how great stand-up comedy is. So I'm looking around the cabin, and there's a fly. There's a fly flying around the fucking fuselage, the cabin, the main fucking, there's a fly just flying around. Now we're at 39,000 feet. So I had to look up how high a fly could fly on its own. You know what I mean? This is how great comedy is, that I'm laughing now because we're at 39,000 feet in the plane. There's a fly in the plane with us. And this thing is at 39,000 feet. So then I go, how I'm looking up how high a fly could get. And a fly could only go, they say tops 3 to 5,000 feet. Okay. So we're literally almost 35,000 feet higher than a fly's max. And I just start laughing. I'm fucking laughing to myself. I'm thinking, I'm writing, because I'm thinking, if this fly finds its way out of this airplane right now, the, the mind fuck that it is going to have being almost 40,000 feet in the air. And I'm just picturing the fly like, holy shit. Like, I'm just all this shit, you know? And then I'm like, or is it just going to freeze in a second and turn to a stone and drop down to the earth? And I'm laughing so hard at this. Okay, just to myself, you know, no headphones on. People are looking at me like, is this guy out of his fucking mind? What is he talking about? And then I go on stage in Atlanta at the Punchline, and I'm able to talk about it and able to turn it into a joke and have a great time with it. That's the beauty of stand-up comedy. There is no other job. A doctor can't come into open heart surgery and be like, you know, I was thinking if I came around this way instead, I could, no, it's like, yo, you're by the book here. You're going to, you know, a lawyer can't just, I mean, a lawyer could probably play around with words, but like a lawyer is going to stick to the plan when they're in court. They're not going to fuck around and be like, oh, well, maybe if I change it up or I improv this, you can't do it. You're not going to try to get somebody off a murder and just improv and then fuck up. You know, same thing with construction. The angles are angles. That shit's got to be like this. The nails got to go here. That's the beauty of being a performer and doing stand-up. And that's why I love it so much. That's why I continue to love it more than anything in the world still. It's my number one. As much as I like doing a podcast and talking to you guys and fucking around and doing all that, man, being on stage and doing that, there's nothing better. Because, you know, you could, but the problem is sometimes when your mind is always thinking, you know, you could be naked, ready to have sex, you know, and then all of a sudden you start laughing and your wife is like, what now? What, can anything be serious? So anyway, trust me, I just have an itch here. I don't do coke, I promise. But yeah, so that's why I love stand-up. It's the only job where you can do that. And it's also the only job where you can be on stage fucking around and then see something in the crowd and, you know, and be like, hey, what's going on over here? You know, what's going on? What's going on with you guys? Because you always have something. I think it's safe to say almost every weekend you perform and you do something, you're going to see something that's like, you know, wow, somebody's, you know, I think I had a first. I was told I had a first. So I don't want to say what city I was in, and I don't want to say what club I was in because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. But I think I heard, and this was a first, that 2 people in my audience were having sex at my show. I was told that multiple people said that they saw something and the people did it without any kind of issues, but I think that that's what I heard. And I'm trying to think of like, man, is my act, was I not funny? But the crowd was really laughing, especially at this show. So I was like, was I not funny or was I so funny and they were having such a good time? They were like, let's just skip the rest of this and get to it. Or is it neither? They were just hammered drunk and they shouldn't have been at the show in the first place. They should have got a hotel room. That's probably what the answer is. It's probably the latter. But yeah, that was the first that I heard. I also had a woman this past weekend laughing so hard at something that I said that she threw her head down and her hair was over. And she's just going like this. And I thought something happened to her. And I'm going, is she okay? Is she okay? And she's going like this. And like there was no sound or noise. So I didn't know if she was choking. and she was just laughing, which was fantastic. But again, all because of stand-up, you know. And that's that is the beauty of it. I don't know what else, you know, to say. Now, I just read something that I want to talk about. Okay. And again, this is not going to be a political thing at all, but you know, the New York governor is the New York governor and the New York mayor. I don't care what your political thing is. It's brutal what's going on. But now they're saying that casinos are more essential than comedy clubs. Okay. Comedy clubs are meant to give people a night out, let them laugh, let them put their stress and their problems on the side and have a couple of drinks and laugh their ass off and feel better. It's medically it's proven that it's good for you, and it's nice, and it's a release. And you have professionals going up in the greatest city in the world and making you laugh. And these are people that are national headliners. They've been doing it for a long, long time. They know how to do it. They're going to do a good job. You're going to go, you're going to get your money's worth. You're going to go, you're going to get your drinks. You're going to get food if they have it there. And you're going to get laughs from professionals who do this. Okay. But liquor stores are essential. So that's good. Casinos are essential. Yeah. A bunch of fucking degenerates sitting at a roulette table, throwing their kids' college tuition out. Yeah. That's essential. That's essential. Okay, a couple of fat fucks smoking cigarettes, you know, at a craps table, or cigars, you know, at a craps table. Whoa, now it's got plexiglass, so you're not that close to each other. I mean, it's, you know, you're in a casino. I think clientele might be a little better and more hygienic at a comedy club, safe and social distance, with the option for the mask or not once they sit down away from people enough to laugh and have a good time. My chances on that are better than a fucking casino. Okay? A casino where everybody's touching things and everybody's, you know, touching money, and that's all going on. Okay? A lot of different hands changing with money at a casino, and touching machines and touching things and games and dice and chips and you know, and buttons. You know, so I don't understand how that's essential. You could go a bowling alley. You could literally finger a ball that all these other fucks fingered, okay, and do that. Guy does this, and he fucking puts his finger in a bowling. But don't get me wrong, I want to go bowling. This ain't about bowling. I like bowling. But you could do that. You could go to a bowling alley now and grab a ball that somebody was touching and roll it down and all that shit. You could do that. New York City had a big shout out to Emilio and everybody at New York Comedy Club and all the comedians and everybody. I was not able to make it because I'm really far away from there. But the fact that they were all out there and they were just asking, just saying, can you guys consider us? Okay, we're businesses too. We're hurting. People are losing their mind. Just to come and laugh, have a good time. We'll be safe. Not asking to have the place packed. We'll have it half packed or whatever. 30%, whatever, scattered out, safe, clean, cleaner than ever. You know, microphones different for each comic, or clean them or whatever. But just people are losing their jobs and people are losing their livelihoods. And the fact that, you know, it's, you know, the governor seemed at the beginning to really be all over this the right way. And then, you know, and then you just see it's another politician full of shit. They got a picture of him in the street, people with masks. He's holding his dog, you know, he's, you know, and I don't know if somebody said, hey, can you take your mask off just for the picture? I don't know, but the guy didn't have a mask on. Everybody's full of shit. Nobody cares. Everybody's full of shit. It's all for their own political gain and their agenda. Really, at the end of the day, nobody really fucking cares. And I hate to say that, but I mean, some people do, but they care for the wrong reasons, you know, and you could just see that by their behavior and the things that they're saying. So I say, if you're listening to this and if you know somebody, and just pass around, comedy clubs need your help. Comedy clubs need support. Performers need support. This is how we live. This is how, you know, I'm fortunate enough to be able to get on a plane and fly places that are doing this, but New York City and Los Angeles and all these places are just really shut down, and it's bad, and people are losing a lot. So I thought that it would be nice to talk about that. and put some light on that. Guys, I'm going to Starbucks way too much buying iced teas. I'm addicted to fucking iced tea. I mean, I can't stop. I'm buying iced tea, black tea lemonade, like you fucking read about constantly. But I am getting in shape, if you guys see. Okay, the titties have gone down. Doing push-ups every day like an animal. But now it's starting to get to where it's work. That's where I'm at. You know when that happens? Right? So when you first work out, there's stages of working out, right? There's stages. The first stage is easy. You buy clothes, you go to the track, new sneakers, you're in it. You're in it. You're running. Everything is good. You're doing push-ups. You jump rope and you're like, I'm in it. You eat like 5 salads in the first 2 days and you're like, I'm done. I'm ready to go. Right? Then week 2, you're like, oh, I'm in it now. Now 2 weeks. Now I'm definitely in it. Then week 3 and week 4, you kind of stay the same, but now it's like, but then when you get into the routine of it, then it's work. Now I'm going on about 9 weeks, 8 weeks. Definitely lost some weight. Definitely getting toned. Okay, getting fucking jacked over here. No, I'm kidding. I'm not getting jacked. But like I'm getting my shit together. But now it's starting to be work. Now it's like, oh yeah, I got to go to the track. Okay, I do see some improvements, but that now is the time to really go and hit the accelerator. I'm at that point. I'm at that fat fuck lazy. I did a little bit and I'm good for a while. So now let's go get a fucking, a large pie. I'm not doing that now. Now what I need to do is I need to say, hey, you're starting to see improvements. You're leaning out. Your body's getting good. No pizza. We got to keep going. We got to keep going. We got to keep going, but it's work. Like last night I was down doing push-ups and I got to like 30 and I was like, this sucks because I have to do this every day. So today I already got up. I did 30 push-ups today. I'm going to do more. I'm trying to get to over 100 every day. But I'm at the place now where it's routine, but it's work routine. I'm at the place now where the old me would have slowed down in the next few days and then been done. But I'm not doing that. And I need to talk to the camera and talk to you people. I don't know why I'm doing this with my fingers. I need to talk to you guys to talk shit to myself in order to do it. Because if, let's say tomorrow I don't feel like doing it, I'll be like, remember episode 465, you were talking shit. I'm craving bad shit now because now that I lost a little bit and I'm getting in shape, I'm craving eggplant parm. The other day I was fantasizing about raviolis. I just want buffalo chicken fingers to rain from the sky so I could just grab them and fucking bite them. Because there's an inner fat me. And then there's this like perfectly lean athlete me. And they're right now they're looking at each other. They're fighting. They're fighting. They're like, who's going to win? The fat one just wants to kill the ripped one so it could just go sit down on the couch. And the ripped one is like, not this time. We got to get to this body. That's where I feel like I'm at. And I'm not going to let the fat guy win. The fat guy, look at me. The fat guy will not win. Okay? Please bet me. I need somebody to say you can't do it so I can do it. I want cake, guys. I want cake. I want fucking pizza. I would love a meatball parm right now. I can't do it. It's really hard. All right. I'm at the point now where I feel like I can just stop because I did something and I can't. I'm literally, as I'm talking right now, I'm getting hungry right now. You ever have that happen where your fat fucking mind is just going like, oh my God, just let's load it up with the worst shit. And then you could just sit like a reptile who just swallowed a fucking badger. And you could just sit there like a snake that just, you ever watch a snake? And by the way, the most horrifying thing ever was the anaconda who swallowed an Indian dude who was hammered drunk. You imagine that? Could you imagine that? This guy got fucked up in India, passed out, and like a 40-foot anaconda just unhinged its jaw and swallowed this guy whole. Could you imagine? Talk about a fucking bad night. Like, that's the worst way, It actually should make you feel good. Any bad hangover that you ever had where you wanted to just wake up and cry, commit suicide, call somebody just saying sorry, asking for forgiveness, all the things that we do. This kid was in in the serpent's belly. I mean, fuck that. Absolutely fuck that. Guys, I am happy to announce that the Hope It Happens tour is actually happening. We did Cleveland, we did Atlanta. This Friday, okay, this Friday, I believe this podcast will come out before then or day of. I will be at Soul Joel's Comedy Club and Lounge Outdoor Amphitheater. That's right, in Royersford, Pennsylvania. That is Royersford, Pennsylvania, 7 p.m. this Friday night. Get your tickets. Go to Soul Joel's. That's SOULJOELS. Soul Joel's Comedy Club and Lounge Outdoor Amphitheater, Royersford, Pennsylvania. It's going to be a great time. There'll be some other hilarious comics on the show. I will be closing the show. It is 7 o'clock this Friday, not far from Philly, South Jersey. Come out. It's going to be great. I might have somebody. I might be bringing somebody. I might bring a special surprise person. Don't know. Can't say that yet. So I probably shouldn't say that. There's a chance. Who knows? Either way, I'm doing my new fucking hour. It's going to be awesome. And then after that, guys, I will be October 9 and 10, Wise Guys Comedy Club in Salt Lake City, Utah. Never been to Utah. Never been to Salt Lake City. Never been to the state of Utah. I am excited to go to Wise Guys Comedy Club the first time ever. 2 shows on Friday, October 9th. 2 shows on Saturday, October 10th. Get your tickets for that. The new hour, I promise you, is better than the last one. I could actually say that because I just know. I'm a better comedian. I like the jokes better. People have seen it, and I'm very proud of my first special. I'll say this, which is streaming right now on Comedy Central. You can see all the ton of clips that are online on the Paul Virzi YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my web series. We got, who do we have coming up? We had Mike Cannon, who did a Dude I Called It on my web series, Dude I Called It. They have a channel. Mike Cannon. Also got Jim Florentine. Jim Florentine, what's going on? Yeah, I fucking love the show. It's fucking better than these other shows. They're fucking awful. At least I like predictions, you know? You hold people accountable, not these fucking dopes. It's fucking brutal. That's my Jim Florentine. Jim Florentine is the greatest. Yeah, nobody wants to see Madonna at halftime. It's a fucking joke. Jim Florentine, when he gets mad about when Jim Florentine gets mad about NFL halftime shows. Yeah, nobody wants to see, you know, Like a Virgin, Material Girl. It's fucking garbage. I want AC/DC always. With Jim, it's just but he's the best. Jim Florentine came on Dude I Called It, and he had a great prediction. Sam Morrell is coming on. We're going to get Sam Morrell on the show. A bunch of people have done the show. Jerry Ferrara, though. Jerry Ferrara still has the pick. The guy called the Miami Heat winning it all, and they're playing tonight to go up 3-1 against the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. Nobody saw it coming. So you could subscribe to that. If you guys don't know, I have a guest come on, a musician, an actor, a comedian, come on the web series and tell me something they predicted that actually happened, and then they make a future prediction. So you could subscribe to that. You could subscribe to all of my stand-up clips, and this, what you're seeing right now, all of the new Virzi Effect 2.0 on the YouTube channel. So you got 2 channels you could go to. You could follow me on Instagram at Paul Virzi. You could get me on Twitter. All right. And you guys are going to be seeing the new hour. And if you're in Royersford, Pennsylvania, I got to get up to say it right, but I'll be in Royersford, Pennsylvania, 7 o'clock this Friday. So there's really no excuse, you know, to not come out and just have a good time. I mean, look, what else are you doing? It's a pandemic. You're going to sit outside. It's not cold yet. I'm a fall guy, though. You know, this is the nice weather. You get some new sneakers on, a nice little fucking throw over jacket. It's a little brisk. It's nice. It's nice. So that's it. Oh boy, my wife is texting me, where are you? Your son needs to go here and there. And I'm sitting here, you know, talking about flies on an airplane and fat fucks and why I really don't want to work out, but I have to. So I guess this will be the show. This has been episode 465. I will have another show next week with a special guest with a crazy story and a book coming out. So we will talk to that person. I will leave that for a surprise, but legendary character in this game. And there you go. So this has been TVE 465. Thank you guys so much. Hope to see you at a show. Follow me everywhere, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.